I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Show 'em, y'all. Come on. Everybody, come on. Come on. You know it ain't no stopping all the talks I'm dropping. It's Friday night, so everything is popping. What you got? I got 10 to spin on the head. Let the games begin. Yaggity yak. Don't talk back, going song. What up? I'm calling up Earl on the car phone. Dub C just got out of court, rolling through the hood in a super sport, bumping too short. Hey, kids got the rear view mirrors vibrate and deep dish days. You know how we do it. Ain't nothing to it but the floor.
Well, well, well. It is indeed the Friday, so it must be the Friday fix, right? Now, we are indeed a wee bit earlier tonight than previously thought. Even with that, I still managed to be late. Oh man, I still managed to be late, even though I changed the time. Shock horror, right? I had, oh man, the first issue, I had to change the time, so I brought it forward. And then when I was getting set up, the the Google Slides, it wouldn't upload. Oh, it just would not upload. So without that, there would be no show, right? It would just be me talking nonsense. But yeah, I guess that's what it is anyway. But hello, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Hopefully, we are live, right? If I've got it correct. Where are we? Ta-da! We're here in full bot form tonight, right? He's an AI bot. He never shows his face. Well, you can see why. He never shows it, right? I mean, hey, to be honest, the showing your face situation, it makes no difference in my opinion. It's up to someone if they don't want to show their face. It's no big deal. To me personally, it means nothing, right? So don't have a go at people who don't show their face. It's up to them if they don't want to, yeah, have their face plastered all over it. And you can see why I don't tend to show my face, right? But I do from time to time like to jump on. Anyway, I noticed we had Anthony in the hood. There you go. Good to have Anthony back again. Great stuff. Join in the Dots UK. Greetings. And Ross as well. Great stuff. And the sound's all right. We've had, you might be able to hear it. We've had quite a lot of action with the typhoons today. Numerous times they've been out. 4 of them at one point. I thought, oh no, here we go. It's them pesky Russians again. Right? So you might hear them flying around. It's not uncommon, but today and yesterday, they've been very active indeed. So the Friday fix, right? Most of you will know of it, I'd imagine, if you're a long-term subscriber. It's a bit of a, I don't know, a news roundup, I guess. Let's go with that, right? It's me trying to cover different articles from the main deception outlets that we have. That's all we get, really, from the media. It's deception. Going by history, going by experience in dealing with the media, what they tell us is almost every time without fail a lie. They manipulate it big time. And it's been proven. History, time has proven it. So, in my own opinion, I don't think we can believe anything that they tell us. Not a thing, honestly. Not one word. So tonight we're going to be, it's a live format. So that's pretty cool for interacting in real time. Oh, I missed not really here. He was not really there, right? Or she, even. Who knows? Yeah, we are indeed live, right? So you can jump in and we can engage in real time while I butcher some of the latest, quite a lot to get into tonight. I reckon maybe over an hour. So we could be here until about, I don't know. It's anyone's guess, right? Imagine me trying to predict the time. Talk about, yeah, what's that saying? Someone would be late for their own funeral. That'll be me, right? I guess that would be a good thing, though, if you're late for it. Yeah. So we're going to jump straight into it. I am working at the moment as well on the next live, the Rockefeller Horror Show, and the other one. I can't even remember the name. The New War Order. Lots to get into with that. And the Rockefeller family. I mean, wow. Unbelievable. I mean, talk about entities that need to be stopped. Yeah, that is the main one, in my opinion. So, we're going to begin with a lot of the media, if not all of the media at the moment, is basically about Ukraine and Russia. World War III. Dun, dun, dun. Whose side are you on? That's what it's like, right? Go Ukraine! No Russia! But if you like Russia, you're going to get demonized. Russia's the bad guy. That's how they're painting it. They want the sheep supporting Ukraine. So the sheep have went from a profile photo of them and their vaccine to them supporting Ukraine and fight for Kiev. Or is it Kiev? There seems to be confusion there as well. All these people supporting Kiev or Kiev, and they've not even been pronouncing it right their whole life. They know nothing about Ukraine whatsoever. I bet most of them, they would not accept taking a refugee, but going by the media, people are taking them in. I don't think we're going to get into the refugee situation tonight, but wait a sec. As I grab my coffee. The joys of live, right? Here we go. And it is coffee. It's not a double whiskey, right? You've got to take my word for it. It is coffee, unfortunately. So yeah, there's been talk. This came from the Times yesterday. There's been talk of Putin a coup by Russian security services. Yeah, that came out of the Times. I'm unsure. I wouldn't rule a coup out. But I can't see it, not at the time being. And this one reports on the same day that it's unlikely, despite all his failures, right? Yeah. And that's from the Foreign Policy 1 day ago. The Telegraph again 1 day ago. Putin demands payment for Russian gas in rubles. Not dollars, not pounds, not euros, not buttons. You can forget it, right? In rubles. So they're painting Putin to be this big bad guy. I mean, it's so clear. It's the theater at work, right? Putin's the bad guy. Zelensky's the good guy. They're supporting him, supporters of both sides. But by the looks of it, like I said, if you support Russia, you're going to get demonized, right? My advice is don't fall for it. Do not fall into the trap of supporting any of these fucking puppets. Don't do it. And I'm seeing it happening. Oh, but Putin's clearly this, and he's a good guy, right? No, do not fall into that fucking trap. Don't. And I mean, people do. We've seen it in the past. with Trump and what's his face? The other guy, I'm forgetting his name. But people do. They fall for it and they think that Putin or Zelensky are good guys. Unfortunately for us, at least in my opinion, none of them are good guys. Far from it. Justine, yeah, Zelensky, he's nauseating. You can say that again. I can't stand the guy. I've only been looking into him for a couple of weeks and I cannot stand him one bit. Honestly, clearly an agenda's man. Hence why I put that video together. So yeah, good to have Justine. And I see Kerry is in the hood as well. Good to see everyone back again. What was that? Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, basically, pretty much. You're right, but there's more to it. Everything that's happening is a stepping stone to where they want to take us. It's all part of the plan, right? It's all part of the script. And I'd imagine there is more to come, unfortunately. So cough up in rubles, right? Keep Putin happy. The Guardian, this came out yesterday. Putin may ramp up his war in Ukraine. Here's how NATO should respond. Wait, what? So the Guardian's going to tell NATO how to respond, right? There's big demands for NATO. Dun, 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 dun. Good old NATO. Peacekeeping United Nations and NATO, right? The good guys, sure. Sure they are. This has been in quite a lot of the tabloids, excuse me, throughout the week. This one is from the Mirror. World War III fears as Russia warns of universal nuclear war if the West defends Ukraine. Right. And what are they calling for? NATO and the West, the UN, the grandfather from Scotland. All these people, they want to come and fight for Ukraine, while people in Ukraine run to Britain. Is no one staying to fight or defend their nation? Nah, fuck it. I'll immigrate to Britain because it's great here, right? Sure. So they're beating the World War III drum. If NATO gets its peacekeeping troops involved, there could be World War III. 24th of March, 2022. Yeah, we're heading that way. I mean, it's clearly being orchestrated. It's being steered in a certain direction, and it could potentially be a World War III, if not already. Let's face it, are we not in one already? We probably have been for decades, and we don't even know, right? Metro 3 days ago, Russia-Ukraine war. Former army chief, there he goes there, right? An old guy. Knows the score, sure. Don't rule out World War III. Yeah. I think now for quite a wee while, people have been saying, look, there's going to be the war. There's going to be a world war. I think they could be right. I mean, I don't think we can rule it out, right? I don't think anyone here is stupid enough to rule out an orchestrated world war where they can be helped to roll out their agenda for the good of the people, and they can build back better. Sure. Of course, it's the complete opposite. Society as we know it, it's pretty much done. I once accidentally called the Georgia Guidestones, the Georgia Tombstones, but I don't think that was an accident, to be honest. Although it's kind of, I'm unsure, but I mean, depopulation is a fucking bad thing. Let's not beat about the bush about that. But it's worse than that. It is so fucked up when you get into the sort of DNA and the messing about with genes and structures, the fabric of human beings. It is so fucking strange. I struggle sometimes to find a word for it. We should not be going there, but we've been taken there. They've went there. And now what have they fucking unleashed on the masses? I better watch what I'm saying, right? I'm going to get a strike. Speaking of strikes, yeah, I never got a strike, but I got a video removed. A Friday Fix, episode 24. Seemingly medical misinformation. Who'd have thought it, right? That old chestnut again. Medical misinformation. Yeah, okay. So, would that be the same medical misinformation as before? That actually turned out not to be medical misinformation. Though, yeah. Maybe I've got it wrong this time, right? I doubt it. But you never know. Anyway, no strike issued. And it is quite an old video. A bit of a strange one, actually. Because the video's been up for about 2 years. So I don't know. I don't know if have they changed. Maybe they've changed the guideline and it got flagged. I've not checked recently, but they do change them or add to it quite a lot. So the old guy here saying don't rule it out, seemingly. I think he looks like a paratrooper, right? Yeah. Purple, a bit like the Freemasons. Shock horror. Of course, the Freemasons and the military, they would basically be attached at the hip, without a doubt. That guy there's probably quite high up in one of his local Masonic lodge. These dudes fucking make me sick, to be honest. The Telegraph. This came out today. White House Tiger team planning strike back if Vladimir Putin launches nuclear war on NATO. He's going to go to war with NATO. Oh man. So is that what's going to happen? Is Putin going to declare war on NATO? Wait, who's NATO? Is NATO a nation? I guess they did declare war on terror, right? You know that nation terror? That thing terror? We will win this war on terror. And now it's hate. We're going to win this war on hate. A war on hate. Not to mention the war on the weather, right? But the real war is the war against us, of course. Atlantis Rising podcast, the war on drugs, yeah, where is that though? Non-existent, right? I think, in my personal opinion at least, excuse me, the drugs are pushed by governments, right? That's what they want, I reckon. They basically push it. The governments are the biggest dealers, big time. Maybe even bigger than the pharmaceuticals themselves, right? Kind of like mafia in a sense, but I think the mafia would maybe even have a bit more respect than the fucking British government. I shit you not. They are, wow, don't even get me started on them. If Putin's going to bomb Britain, surely the best place to do it, the best place to bomb would be Westminster, right? We'd all be on his side then. Yeah, we love him. He's great. Hail Putin. Oh, man. You could imagine it now. Or would it be the opposite? They'd all be mourning them. But you hated them the other week. Yeah, but not now. You see, people should always be careful with what they wish for. Because to get rid of the entities that be, we're going to have to take quite a few steps back. So either way, the world that we know, it's pretty much gone. Even if we do win. That time's not here yet, but it looks like it is heading that way. I get the feeling that they're gonna split the world into two, basically, and then into the one. I could be wrong, of course, again, but that is the sort of feeling that I get, especially at the moment. It's black or white. There's no in between. You're fucking Ukraine or you're Russia, right? And of course, we're in the middle, like, well, wait a minute. We don't buy anything that's being said here. We're not on anyone's side. Far from it. What is it they say in war? The first casualty, it's the truth, right? Every time, without fail. Yeah. So war on NATO. Yeah. Look out, NATO. The Russians are coming. That was the Telegraph. Financial Times again today. Sorry, yesterday actually. Thursday. Zelensky appeals to West to step up military aid as NATO leaders meet. So the NATO are meeting up. All the head guys, right? They're all meeting up, discussing what they're gonna do. And of course, Putin's saying, look, don't get involved. And Zelensky's beating the drum, get involved, get involved. We've got grandfathers from Scotland coming over. Someone said a sniper, I think from Canada or America, went over. I shouldn't laugh. I don't know if it's true or not. But the guy seemingly went over to fight for Ukraine. That's all right, seemingly. And he got shot on day one. Now, if you're a sniper and you want to go and fight for Russia, you're a bad guy. That's not all right. But if it's the other way about, it's all right, right? Yeah, funny that. Of course, either way, we get played. Every one of us gets fucking played. Every time. And we Zelensky's beating the drum. Basically calling for a World War III. I mean, it's pretty clear now. You've got Putin saying it's going to happen. You've got Zelensky telling NATO to get involved. If they get involved, Putin's not going to be happy by the looks of it. Seemingly, he's been using, this is from NDTV, the phosphorus bombs. That's what Zelensky's been saying to NATO. I wonder if Zelensky was there, right? He's on the front line as well, is he? You see him in his military fucking Masonic outfit. It's comical. It is so comical. And people buy it. They lap it up. Watching the news 24 hours a fucking day, lapping it all up, getting emotionally manipulated. Oh, he's bombed a hospital now. Oh, I can't stand it now. They've got to do something about it. They must stop Putin, right? God's sake, switch the fucking TV off. Switch it off, man. Don't watch it. You can't believe anything that's on it. Not a thing. Especially when it comes to the British media. You can't buy it. I mean, would I rule out Putin doing such a thing? Probably not. To be honest, I don't know very much about him personally. I wouldn't rule him out doing something like this. I would not rule it out. The UK would do this for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So Russia, probably, yeah. But do I buy it? No, I personally don't. Not if Zelensky's saying it. I fucking don't. Like I said, I don't buy anything that's said by any of them. You take it all with a pinch of salt, right? So yeah, they're on about the bombing now. Seemingly the phosphorus, and these are illegal, right? These phosphorus bombs, I think it's chemical bombs that are seemingly illegal. I'm sure the UK use them morning, noon, or night. But no one talks about that in the media, right? No one talks about what the British are up to. They're the good guys, sure. The Telegraph again. NATO summit will reveal which members have sold out and betrayed us. Warns Zelensky. Oh man, they'll be shitting it now, right? Oh fuck, they're gonna give out the names. Yeah. So what is this? Are they gonna try and shame the nations that never stood by Zelensky and his fucking bullshit? Is that what they're gonna do? A nation that just wants to stay out of it, not join any side, not be politically involved in a manipulated war. What are they going to call them out for being bad people? That would not fucking surprise me one bit. Honestly. You can see it all. You can see it all kind of coming together. This broken society where I think the best way to describe it is a Hunger Games society. Zelensky calls on people to support freedom and oppose Russia. Ah, man. Well, hey, if Zelensky's saying it, you've got to, right? We better support Russia. No, sorry, oppose Russia. Sorry, which one is it? I don't know. That's how confused people are. They don't even know what they're doing from week to week. It's whatever the narrative is. They go with it. And Zelensky appears to be the main instigator, right? Yeah. The Ukraine president has made a direct appeal in English. Wait, he can speak English? Yeah, of course he can, right? I think some people thought that he couldn't. A lot of the times he doesn't, but he can. And the first time I seen him speaking English is when he met Tom Cruise. I think Zelensky, there's a video of him meeting Zelensky. I mean, fucking hell, it says it all, right? Zelensky and Tom Cruise meeting up. And if I remember correctly, Zelensky was smaller than Tom Cruise. I think he must be the only guy in the world who's smaller than Tom Cruise. But yeah, I seen a video of them meeting up. I did have it. I was going to put it in the sort of collage that I done before, but I left it out, although we will be getting into Zelensky again in the future. So, have you got your Ukraine flag? Are you flying it out the window? Talk about true colours, right? They always shine through. Always, always, always. And in this day and age, it's like that. It doesn't take long. It does not take long for true colours to shine through today. The speed of the world that we're in at the moment, it's insane. And as you can see, I'd imagine quite a lot of people have heard about this. The Spectator 3 days ago, is Zelensky's party crackdown his first mistake? Huh? Yeah. What's this then, right? So, we'll expand on this a wee bit, if I can read it. If I can see it. The news that Ukraine's President Zelensky has banned 11 opposition parties, including the pro-Russian opposition Platform for Life, which holds 44 seats in the 450-member Ukrainian parliament and has spoken out against the Russian invasion, may be the embattled leader's first major mistake in the month since Putin launched his brutal invasion. Yeah. So, Zelensky, the good guy, right? Maybe fucking not. banned 11 opposition parties, including the pro-Russian opposition Platform for Life, which holds 44 seats. And it even spoke out against the Russian invasion. No, we don't need you either. 11 parties. Yeah. True colours, right? Shining through. Talk about tyranny. It didn't end there either. Ukraine President Zelensky combines all national TV channels to combat alleged misinformation. Oh, man. I shouldn't laugh. It's unprofessional, right? But, I mean, it's comical. He's combined all the national TV channels together to combat misinformation, of course. What else would it be for? It wouldn't be to completely control the narrative, right? Don't be stupid. Of course it wouldn't be that. Zelensky's a good guy. He's one of us. Yeah. And if you believe that, you'd believe fucking anything, let's face it. Yeah. Zelensky announced an order, quote, combining all national TV channels, the program content of which consists mainly of information and or information analytical programs into a single information platform of strategic communication. And it's going to be called United News. Oh, man. How long did they take to come up with that name? United News. Combating misinformation. Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, talk about tyranny, right? And this is meant to be the good guy? Yeah. I wouldn't be so sure about that, to be honest. The move means the end, at least temporarily, even, of privately owned Ukrainian media outlets in that country. Zelensky claimed the measure is needed to combat alleged Russian misinformation and, quote, tell the truth about the war, close quote. Oh, man, that is comical, right? Is it just me that finds that funny? Maybe it is. United News. And it's gonna tell the truth about the war. I guess we just take we've got to take Zelensky's word for it, right? He's the guy. I mean, he wouldn't be lying, right? Yeah. The Times of Israel. Why is it saying I've went an hour and a half? I think my laptop is on the wrong time. Yeah, strange one that. So, the Times of Israel. We got there. Killed in a fire. Zelensky gives new details about his family's Holocaust history. Right. Of course. Yeah. The Holocaust, right? Yeah. Any views on the Holocaust? You've got to watch what you say about the Holocaust, right? If you say anything about it, we seen what you said on YouTube. You get in the van. If you deny it, you're demonized as basically the devil. He's the devil. He questioned something about the Holocaust. Quickly, kill him. Mob justice. He denied the Holocaust. It's so vast and evil. You can't deny it, right? You can't even question it. You cannot go there. It's not something that I have looked into in great detail in terms of the Holocaust, but I would indeed be very fucking suspicious about it. That's all I'm gonna say. I'll be getting called anti-Semitic now. I've actually been called that before. Yeah, that'll be me. You took it too far. You've crossed the line. Oh man, you could just imagine it, right? We're practically in that. We're in that time now where you've got to watch what you say online. Gone are the days you could say anything. But yeah, I have been called anti-Semitic in the past, which is quite funny. I don't think I've ever mentioned Jewish people, very fucking rarely, to be honest. When it comes to religions and entities and ideologies, they just get used and weaponized like everything else. Does not matter. The agenda uses it as it sees fit, no matter what. That is at least my opinion. I mean, are a lot of these people? I think Zelensky. I'm not sure. Well, actually, what does it say here? Ukrainian president tells CNN Nazis killed his great grandparents by burning down their village. Does not refer to them as Jewish, in line with Soviet narratives about the war. Yes, so I'm unsure if he claims to be Jewish or not. I mean, in my opinion, it doesn't really matter. So it's not really something that I look into very much. I mean, they could all be pink with blue spots. Would that matter? Probably not. If they're all Jewish, does that matter? I'm unsure. I'm unsure with that one. In my opinion, these entities, they're not any of these religions. They're a satanic religion to its core. Hence the state of the world that we're in today. Unfortunately. So yeah, I'm going to be getting a knock on the door now, right? So Zelensky's saying that the Nazis killed his grandparents. So he's kind of virtue signaling it. Is that what you'd call that? But he never stopped there. I've got a quote there in the corner. He also compared the conflict to the Holocaust. So what are we in another Holocaust now? Is that what Zelensky's telling us? Yeah. Going by the last one. Yeah, I think we've got to look out for deception, right? Let's put it that way, without getting labelled anti-Semitic and a Jew hater, right? I'm just thinking if I know any Jewish people. I actually don't think that I do. Religion's not really a big thing where I stay. So no one really talks about it, to be honest. I can't think that I have, to be fair. Vladimir Putin. Seemingly, Big Vlad the man, right? Big wads of cash. He's the go-to. Whoosh, 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 throwing all the rubles. All the notes, right? Seemingly, this guy could be the richest man in the world. Yeah. Who knows, right? Putin, the richest man in the world. What about Musk? What about Gates? Where's all this money coming from? Right? Why is there so much debt and these guys have got so much money? Is the West wanting Putin's money? Is that what it is? Yeah. I doubt Putin owns all the money that they talk of, to be fair. That's not how it works. It's no different. It's right across the globe. These entities that pull the strings, they have their claws in every nation. And it's for millennia, basically. Money is fake, yeah. So is time. It's man-made, just like money. It's a man-made entity. But kind of controls the world, right? People do anything for money. What is it they say? Everyone has their price. Right, so did Putin get bought off at one point? Is that why he's the richest man in the world now? He's cashed in on the Rockefellers' check and the fucking Rothschilds' money. Seemingly a $200 billion fortune. Yikes. That would get you a few things, right? 200 billion. Fuck it now. I don't think I could even count to 200 billion. I'd be dead by the time I fucking counted to 200 billion. Oh, man. Honestly, I mean, that can't be right, right? As I get a drink. So that's being reported 17th of March. So yeah, Putin's maybe cashed in. Now he's got to play his part, right? He's got to play his role. He's getting all his money. If he is now the richest man in the world, he's clearly playing his role very well. He's certainly playing a fucking role at the moment. I've seen a few people talking about a situation with children being rescued from Ukraine. Did people see anything about that? I mean, I don't know what the situation was, but I'd be very fucking skeptical of Putin rescuing anyone. In my opinion, Putin is well and truly part of the satanic agenda. And there's in fact, there's many things that point to that. You will see it if you look for it. Putin's not a good guy. Please, please do not be fooled by him in one way. Don't fall into the trap of being manipulated by the media. That's what they're experts at doing. If you sit and watch it all the time, you'll get roped right into it. Stay clear of it. And I know I'm kind of preaching to the choir here, right? The BBC, 5 hours ago, Western leaders meet to discuss Ukraine support. Look at them. They look like they're skipping in, right? Holding hands, singing Old Lang Syne. Oh, man. A way to carry out a ritual. Someone's getting promoted. Yeah. So the Western leaders now, they're meeting up to discuss Ukraine support. It all seems to be kind of heading one way. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think we are on a slippery slope at the moment in terms of a world orchestrated war, a manipulated war. Yeah. I thought there was a trillionaire. Yeah. Yeah, I think there was. Was it not Elon Musk? But what is a trillion? Is a trillion 100 billion? I mean, I'm not the guy to ask, right? So with 200 billion, is that 2 trillion? Where's Frank? He'll know, right? I'm not the guy to ask with that one, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they said that either Bezos or Musk was a trillion. A trillion is 1,000 billion. So not 100 billion then. So I was way off the mark. Fucking hell. I'd be getting robbed, right? I'm glad you told me that, RMF. I'll definitely be getting the right amount of billions now. Oh, man. If only, right? Dealing in billions. Good to have RMF in the hood. And Liz as well. Good to have you. And a dog named Booze here. And our brother Tony, who was first in the hood. Check is in the post, right? Good man, Anthony. Good to see you back again. Where did I see? Just quickly, Jojo Gizmo as well. Good to see you back again, brother. Bill, a regular, an old school subscriber. Good to have you back again. Good to see you. Rick as well. Yeah, all that money and he won't have to pay for anything, right? That's what they say. The more money you get, the less you've got to pay for. So you just accumulate more money than sense. And it becomes a big addiction for many people. Lynn as well in the hood. Good to have you back again. Atlantis as well. Great stuff. Good to have you. Yeah, let's crack on because we've still got a couple of bits to get into. So yeah, the World War III. I think that could be. I think it's going to end up coming, if not already, to be honest. What's people's thoughts, just quickly, on World War III? Do you think we're already in it, or do you think it's going to happen? I kind of get the feeling we're already in it, right? It could just be me. I think we're going to see more, and they'll basically say, "Yeah, we're now in a world war." That's my son. He's outside going mental. All part of the agenda, yeah, without a doubt, Lynn. Without a doubt, it's going to bring in a lot of things. They can use war as cover for many different agendas and roll out more tyranny. That's what they'll do. That going by history and going by what they've done in the past, that's what it's going to be. Good to have Lynn, my Scottish sister. We're already in. Yeah, basically a silent war. I think you could be right. What is it they say? Silent weapons. I mean, we all know we are basically at war. There's a war on us, a war against humanity. We're under attack at every fucking corner. We really are. So yeah, thank you to everyone for that. We're going to jump from the war situation, right, into a kind of AI bioweapon situation. Sorry, what? Yeah, an AI bioweapon situation. AI in bioweapons? Yeah, I've got a good idea, right? Let's get bioweapons that can kill people, potentially. Combine it with AI and see what we get. What a fantastic idea, right? Agreed? Yeah. An AI experiment generated 40,000 hypothetical bioweapons in just 6 hours. Yikes. March 24th, 2022. Another year of, oh, what happened there? Deception. I lost my slides. Oh, man. Oh, no. That's all we need, right? My phone died. Let me see if I can. In fact, if it's been on, surely I can get it back on, right? Oh, I can't. Oh man, that is typical. Let me see if I can quickly share it. It wouldn't, for some reason, it wouldn't upload. Yeah, that's a bit of a bugger, that, right? Oh man, talk about professional. Oh no. So it's not uploading for some reason. There was an issue with your file, but there shouldn't be. I mean, I just managed to upload it from my phone, which I was sort of doing it through there. And my phone died. I never put it on charge, but I'm just feeling it. It's bloody roasting. Best laid plans, right? Oh man, that's typical. So I don't know. I might have to. I don't know. I honestly don't know, right? Proper professional here. He doesn't know what to do. I need a producer to tell me what to do. Yeah, I'll try again. I mean, it should be uploading, but for some reason it's not. Let me try this one. It's not. Oh fuck! It's not working either. I don't know why it's doing that, but I had that issue before. Eventually, it worked. But now it's not. Oh man, you're gonna have to kind of bear with me, right? I do apologize. I guess, yeah, that's life, but not as we know it, right? Typical. Let me see. I'll try it again here. I mean, fuck. We were kind of rolling there, right? We were rolling. Oh man. Now, why is this not bloody working? Let me see. Select. It's done it again. I'm unsure. What I'm going to have to do is try something else. What? I'm unsure. I might have to maybe switch to my son's laptop. Oh man, fucking nightmare, right? Honestly, I don't know why that happened. It's so strange, but I guess it's typical, right? Why is this? It's happening in Freeze as well. We fell apart now. I'm going to try it through the other laptop. I'm hoping that that's going to work. If that fails, I might have to try another laptop. And if that fails, we're going to have to fucking call it a night. I mean, we can have a catch up, but there was so much more I had to fucking get into. So, I mean, we're going to have to sort of get back to it at some point, right? If not tonight. So yeah, while that's uploading, what have we got in the comments? Yeah, we'll get a producer. Hey, that would just confuse things even more. It really would. It would just be me and the producer arguing. You've not fucking done that yet. Get on with it, right? Let me see. So we're doing this. I mean, what a great idea it was to do it live. Whose idea was that? Was that Justine? I think it might have been, right? We'll go with that. I think it might have been mine, actually. Yeah. So let me see if I can log in to the other laptop. Yeah, I do apologize, Justine. I think it might have been me, to be honest. Of course, when you're not doing it live, it's all right because you can just stop, sort it out, go again. If you're doing it live, different story, right? So we'll keep going. I'm going to try and sort it. While we're going, I guess I could maybe play a tune, right? That might give me a chance to sort it out. Hopefully. Have I got a tune? Hopefully. Oh man. Proper professional. One of these days we're going to get it right. What can I play? I could play some Bill Cooper. And then maybe a tune if I'm not done. So here's a bit of Bill Cooper, right? And I'll hopefully only be a few minutes.
Controlled by the secret societies. And this is from Secret Agenda by Jim Hoogan, Random House, copyright 1984. And this appears on page 48 and 49. I'm going to read it to you verbatim. And it's quote, "My source said that the notes had been written by analysts assigned to the CIA's Office of Medical Services and Office of Security. Their concern, indeed, what seems to have been their panic, stems from the fact that Fitzgerald, the talented author of Fire in the Lake, was the daughter of the late Desmond Fitzgerald, a former deputy director of the Central Intelligence Agency. Indeed, Des Fitzgerald was a legendary figure within the agency and one of the original Knights Templar." end quote. It goes on to talk about him, and then there's footnotes about the Knights Templar where they were the CIA officers who were close to William Donovan. And William Donovan, when he created the OSS, which was the forerunner to the Central Intelligence Agency, and of course all this was carried into the new agencies when they were created, surrounded himself would only take in those members of a secret society known as the Knights Templar.
Sorry, Bill, but we've started it. Hip hip hooray, right? I managed to sort it out. Yeah, Jordan Maxwell seemingly passed away. I noticed on the Richie Allen show, Jordan passed away. I think he was quite unwell. I remember Richie saying quite a while ago that Jordan, he was not too well, so he was unsure when he would be on next, because I had asked. An interesting character, Jordan Maxwell. An interesting sort of back and forth between him and Bill Cooper as well. We may get into that in the future. The guy's just passed away, right? So, we're not going to get into it right now, but interesting work from Maxwell in the past. Some people reckon that he was part of the agenda, if you like. And some people think that about Bill Cooper as well. And hey, I don't know. I wouldn't rule it out, but I don't think Bill was. I don't think Jordan was. But I haven't looked quite as much into Jordan as Bill. But I used to enjoy listening to what Jordan had to say. A lot of the stuff, I noticed that he sort of had one sort of story that he'd put out, one sort of talk. But it was a great talk as well. It was worth listening to, in my opinion. And seemingly he's passed away. I'd imagine if Richie got told, it was by someone probably quite close to Jordan. So that's a bit unfortunate, right? It's sad to see. I remember actually when Jordan was on the Richie Allen show one time. I can't remember what I said, but I put in a comment. It was a tweet, and Jordan was laughing. And I always remember that I made him laugh. That's my claim to fame. I made Jordan Maxwell laugh with a stupid tweet. I might look back and see if I can find it, because I think I actually might have recorded the clip. Me being the sado that I am. But it's strange in life. I think it's worth recording quite a lot if you can. You may never need it, but it could be vital as well in time to come. You just never know, right? What's going to be handy in time to come. In the world that we're in today, we take in all the information that we can, and it can kind of overload us at times. So we've got to kind of manage the intake. You don't want to fucking overdo it and burn out. Been there, done that many a time. It's not a good idea. So you want to manage your content, your kind of content intake, right? And not spend so much time listening to a clown like me. But there you go. So yeah, Jordan Maxwell, right? Up in the sky now, Jordan. Crossed to the other side, I guess. Well, what, Anthony? Anthony's wanting to go. Does anyone on here know what Valiant 4 was? I'm unsure. I don't think I do. I know who 4 was, right? But it kind of rings a bell. I don't know. You can enlighten us though, Anthony, while I try. We will get back to the comments in a bit. While and I am still here, just holding it up, just in full bot form, right? I am. Let me see if we can get back to where we were before I messed it up, right? Typical. Bloody typical. Let's get rid of me as well. Yeah. We had passed that bit, right? I think we had got to here. Yeah. The fucking AI, right? It generated 40,000 hypothetical bioweapons in 6 hours. Boom. There you go. Whose idea was that? Bill Gates? Fucking probably, right? The cutting edge number crunching capabilities of AI mean that AI systems are able to spot diseases early, manage chemical reactions, and explain some of the mysteries of the universe. Oh, man. That one cracked me up, right? The mysteries of the universe? What are they? I thought they knew about the universe. Yeah, maybe not, right? It's a mystery. Spot diseases early. How's it going to do that? How's AI going to spot a disease early in a human being? I wonder, right? Manage chemical reactions. All hail AI. Sounds great, doesn't it? Sure. But there's a downside to this incredible and virtually limitless artificial brain power. Limitless. New research emphasizes how easily AI models can be trained for malicious purposes as well as good. Right. Specifically in this case, to imagine the designs for hypothetical bioweapon agents. A trial run with an existing AI identified 40,000 such bioweapon chemicals in the space of just 6 fucking hours. Right. And why are we doing this? Is anyone asking any questions here? Is this really a good idea? What is now going to happen from this? Who's going to hack the AI trial run? Quote, we have spent decades using computers and AI to improve human health, not to degrade it. Yeah. We were naive in thinking about the potential misuse of our trade. As our aim had always been to avoid I can never say this one. Molecular features that could interfere with the many different classes of proteins essential to human life. Yeah, some words I just cannot say. They will not come out first time. It does not happen. It's great, right? So yeah, naive in thinking that it could be misused. How fucking stupid are these people? It's probably been built to be fucking misused. And now they programmed it to create these bioweapons. Hip hip hooray, we are not worthy. All hail AI. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Eventually, right? I just took my time. I just counted to 5 and then it came out. Yeah. So doesn't sound very great, that one, does it? And for some reason I've put the same slide twice. One of these days it's meant to be another slide. where the guy's basically saying the dangers of it are now unknown. And like it said at the beginning, limitless. I kind of think this is going to end up going in a certain direction. 40,000 different bioweapons it came up with like that. And of course, they programmed it to do it. So, look out for Terminator. Terminator bioweapons, right? What else? I mean, what else is there going to be? What else do we have to look out for? Well, seemingly, it's the old microplastics again. Who'd have thought it, right? Now, some of you will know, or recall even, we've been touching on the microplastic situation since the beginning. And I've actually been speaking about it for years. And I can remember I used to mention to people, do you know about the microplastics? The microplastics. What? Micro what? No. No one had heard of it. No one had heard of it. That was about 4 years ago. Fast forward to today. Yeah. I think people are now beginning to hear about it. Quite a lot as well. Now, the microplastics, I think the first time we touched on it was in the None Previously Thought syndrome. Yep, microplastics, it does indeed have the syndrome. Shock horror. It's a manipulated narrative. So, what is it this time? Well, according to the Guardian, microplastics found in human blood for the first time. March 24th, 2022. The discovery shows the particles can travel around the body and may lodge in organs. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. This, some of you might recall as well, we did actually predict this. We knew they were going to come out and say, by the way, it's in us now. Because they had came out and said, it's in the plants. It's in the water. It's in the fish. It's in the trees. It's in the fucking air. It was only going to be one thing next. It's in us. And they're saying it's even in our blood. That's what they're going with, at least. Now, remember, take what they fucking tell us with a massive pinch of salt. Now, I certainly would not rule out these microplastics being a danger to humans. They probably certainly are. But be very careful with what you believe, right? And of course, we do know that here. Plastic production is set to double. What? By 2040. Hip, hip, hooray, right? We have a right to know what all the plastic is doing in our bodies. Yeah, we want to know, right? What is it doing? The EU is already funding research on the impact of microplastics on fetuses and babies, and on the immune system. Yeah. Right. So what are they going to say? That microplastics all of a sudden out of the blue affect fetuses, affect babies, affect your immune system? Can you see what I'm getting at? Huge amounts of plastic waste are dumped in the environment, and microplastics now contaminate the entire planet. From the summit of Mount Everest to the deepest oceans, the deepest hole you can find, even in there. People were already known to consume the tiny particles via food and water, as well as breathing them in. And they have been found in the feces of babies and adults. Shitting plastic, right? Yeah. The scientists analysed blood samples from 22 anonymous donors, all healthy adults, and found plastic particles in 17. Half the samples contained PET plastic, PET, which is commonly used in drinks bottles. Yeah. And it's fucking toxic by what they tell us. While a third contained polystyrene, which again, yeah, I'm sure that's fine, right? Used for packaging food and other products. Yeah, because it's totally safe, right? A quarter of all blood samples contained polyethylene. No, polyethylene. Oh man, I think it's polyethylene, right? We'll go with that. But again, another toxic chemical from at least what they tell us. I mean, what do they not make out of these fucking chemicals? These plastics, they are in everything. They've made sure of it. They've basically dead man fused us with blank checks, blank death certificates that they could then put any death down to, or microplastics. That was microplastics that done it. His immune system failed. He was juiced to the hill. Microplastics done it. It was PET plastic. If they start coming out and saying that this is killing people, just out of the blue, then it's clearly a fucking lie, right? But I certainly wouldn't rule out these chemicals having an effect. But is it to an extent the extent that they tell us? I wouldn't be so sure. I really wouldn't. They can basically now put anything down to microplastics. Yeah, the drinking bottled water killed them. Microplastic pollution has been detected in human blood for the first time, with scientists finding the tiny particles in almost 80% of the people tested. Yeah. The impact on health is yet unknown. Yeah. You'd think I mean, how long have they been studying microplastics? And this is all just coming out now, and the effects on people is unknown. I wonder if they'll make a juice for it. Oh man. Microplastic juice, right? It dissolves all the microplastics in your body. Look out for it. The Moderna, the microplastic juice. Incoming strike, right? Oh man. That's my dog. Goes crazy. He's joining tonight. It's my wife's friend coming in, I believe. Hopefully it's not the thought police, right? So yeah, I'm unsure what to make of the microplastic situation. I mean, there's going to be deception in it, without a doubt. And I kind of get the feeling, like I said, they can now blame anything on microplastics, right? That's what it looks like to me. I wouldn't rule out them being dangerous. That is for sure. I mean, I've drunk. I can remember, and it was horrible. I can remember drinking. I had been camping, I think, a week, and I finished off a container of water in a plastic container, and it was It tasted like chemicals. I shit you not. It was disgusting. I basically spat it back out. And I was dehydrated. I couldn't even drink it. It just tasted like plastic. So I do buy that these chemicals could be everywhere. There's another chemical that they're talking about. Is it EPA, EPF? A forever chemical that's seemingly everywhere, and it's unknown. I guess they'll be making a juice for that as well. Look out for it. Do we know who this cretin is? I'm pretty sure most of us do. This is indeed Chris Witty, sorry. Absolute cretin of a man, right? I mean, I don't like to poke fun at anyone's looks, but fucking hell. This guy looks like he got hit by a bus. He really does. I mean, and what's going on with his head? Honestly. I mean, I don't know. He may as well just completely get a complete skinhead, right? How strange would he look then? With a complete skinhead. I shouldn't really make fun of people's looks, but this guy, I cannot stand him one bit. I cannot stand him. I really can't. I've no time for him whatsoever. He's been beating the drums this week as well. And would you Adam and Eve it? Childhood obesity significantly worse as a result of, yep, lockdown. Shock fucking horror. Chief Medical Officer describes potential for substantial impact on children's health. Yeah, no fucking shit, Sherlock. But what did they do anyway? Lockdown, lockdown, lockdown. Juice, juice, juice. Mask, mask, mask. Yeah. But we knew. We all knew that this lockdown situation was a fucking terrible idea. It was the complete opposite of what we should have done. Inverted, if you like. But they fucking rolled with it, with the likes of Chris Shitty and his buddies, Boris Johnson and the rest of the fucking clowns at Westminster Circus. Why do people still fucking buy it? Why do people still fucking watch it? Honestly, are they hypnotized? Of course, yeah. Conditioned, right? Programmed. But shock horror, lockdown being bad. Who'd have thought it? European scientists, rates of depression and anxiety skyrocket after first lockdown. Shock. Horror. Who'd have thought it, right? Of course we knew. When the lockdown first began, one of the first things that we looked into was the effects of imprisonment, even home imprisonment. And it was not good. Even after 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's all it would take to change someone's mental state. And how long did they say the first one would be? 2 fucking weeks. Of course it wasn't, right? It went on for about a fucking year. It felt like 2. How many did we have? I can't even remember now. I think we had about 3 or 4. And to be honest, I think they ain't fucking going away. G Captain, 18 hours ago, China's COVID lockdowns worsen. Shipping port jams, yeah. Because that's another good thing about lockdown, right? It clogs up all the shipping ports. It's a domino effect. It has an effect on the supply chain. It breaks it down. People don't get the stuff that they need. That's why lockdowns are great, right? I mean, every single thing about lockdowns was bad. The whole lot. The only thing they pinned on being good was the hope that they would save a life. Forget about the patients dying because they can't be treated. Forget about them. In fact, go on your doorstep at 8 o'clock every night and clap your fucking hands. And people fucking done it. While people died at home because they could not be seen. Because the COVID, right? The lockdown. Protect the NHS. Protect the fucking elderly. What, by letting the majority of them die at home because they can't be treated? And people applauded that? These people make me sick. I shit you not. They fucking genuinely do. And I really do hope that the people who did support lockdowns are now beginning to see, if not already, what fucking damage they did have. And I hope they don't have to see it personally either. But I'd imagine a lot of people have, if not everyone, suffered in one sort of way or form due to what has happened in the past 2 years. Because it's been nothing short of fucking horrendous what they've done. Talk about criminal. Wow. That would not even cut it. The West Australian 3 days ago fears over extension to level 2 lockdown in West Australia? Sorry, what? So it looks like Australia's still got them on about levels. Remember, we had that here. What did they call it again? I can't even remember. Tiers, that's what it was. A tier system. Tiers. It was so funny, right? I mean, come on. A tier system? Locking people down, creating a tier system. Yeah, there was fucking tiers, all right. All week. And all weekend. Yeah, a week as well. Speaking of the words. A week. The weekdays where you're weak. The weekend where you're a bit better, right? Through the week, a week. Come Friday. Yeah, it's Friday. Get going. Anyway, we're not really getting into words tonight. We will get into that in the future for sure, right? Look out for it. So if you're in Australia, let me know what the situation is. Back to Chris Whitty, right? This came out yesterday. COVID variant worse than Omicron? Likely in the UK with new waves for 2 to 3 years, says Chris Whitty. Oh, man. Honestly. What, this guy again? Chris fucking gets it wrong, Whitty? He's telling us now, what, 2 to 3 years? Omicron waves? Yeah, I guess we've got to take his word for it. Surely to God, people don't fucking buy these situations anymore. Not when it comes to Chris Whitty. Surely to God, people have seen through it, right? I mean, what would it take? Honestly. I don't think we'll be going into lockdown anytime soon, but I don't think they've gone. I think they will be back, unfortunately. But I think they want everyone kind of focusing on their own lives, getting on with their own life at the moment. Trying to get back to where they were in 2019. Right? That's where we're all kind of trying to... Well, we kind of are there at the moment, at least here. It kind of feels like that. But I think that's deliberate as well. I think they're kind of... I mean, that everyone's getting on with their own life. They're not stuck at home looking at what's happening. Because roundabout, people are fucking dropping dead all over the fucking place. But of course, people are now busy cracking on with their life, maybe not noticing it as much unless they're looking. Now, I can't speak for everywhere, but in the past year, it's been quite eye-watering, to be honest. A lot of people gone before they should be, put it that way. And here we've got this criminal, Chris Shitty, coming back out and telling us what? They're going to bring us more waves of deception? For what, 2 to 3 years? Shock horror, right? Who'd have thought it? Sky News today. More elderly people being admitted to hospital with the COVID than at peak of Omicron. So what is it, Deltacron? I think that's the new variant, Deltacron. The Deltacron, it's like a ninja. It sneaks up on you. Yeah. Deltacron. It's worse than Omicron. It's funny, it's always worse, right? It's never better. Yeah, this one's better. This is a good one. Oh, this one's terrible. It's more, what's the word? I can't say it. It will not come out. But it spreads easily. Put it that way. And yeah, you've just got to buy it, right? But it's kind of pointing again at high cases, higher hospital admissions. So I don't think we're quite out of the woods yet with the COVID narrative. Look out for it rolling back into town, right? Sun flares. Yeah. Sun flares. To be honest, I think I had probably never even heard the term sun flare until about 4 years ago. And I'm 34-year-old. Never probably heard it in my life. Heard of a flare, of course, right? Maybe I had, but thought nothing of it. But today, I seem to be hearing it quite a lot. Or is that just me? There's talk of it again. We've touched on this, I think, since I made my channel for about 2 years. They keep pushing it. They keep telling us, look, you've got to look out. You've got to look over here at this sun flare situation because it could be dangerous. And seemingly, the Independent yesterday, a solar eruption will narrowly miss the Earth on Thursday. Whew. Just skim by it, right? Whew, close call. So it's going to skim by the Earth. It's going to be so narrowly missed. Because it's what? A bullet? Is it like a bullet? A sun flare? I always try and work out in my mind because I think of the aurora. It's like a wave. It seems to be no direction. It's like water free flowing over the sky. But yet they can predict from what they tell us where it's going to be, how it's going to miss the Earth narrowly. Will they come out and say, actually, it hit the Earth, we got it wrong, internet down, blackout? I would not rule that out, to be honest. I would not rule out blackouts in the future. It could certainly be a thing. They're not letting the sun flare situation go. So we'll keep an eye on it, but it seems to be more and more now. So I can't rule out something happening from this. It could be a sun flare. Yeah, it could be. It could be a fucking false flag as well. Because they're certainly good at that, right? They're masters at the false flags. Do we know what this is? Nope, it's not Chris Whitty's baby. It's not Bill Gates's baby. Has anyone seen it? They've been calling this poor wee dude an alien. Can you see its head? It's like an astronaut, right? Oh man, it's like a wee astronaut with a wee alien's head. Yeah, strange looking creature, right? Or larva, is it? Yeah. Seemingly it's Ant Queen larva under a microscope. And they've called the poor wee bugger an alien. How dare they, right? Surely that's racist. An alien doll. Oh, man. And they've called it doll. Misogyny, right? It would be in Scotland. You'll get to jail for that. I shit you not. Yeah. Alien doll. Let's have another look. Yeah. Strange looking cretin, him. Kind of gives me the creeps a wee bit, right? Yeah. Yikes, right? I don't know what to make of it. It feels like it shouldn't be. Although it probably looks at me and thinks that as well. I seen this one today. I mean, talk about digging your own grave. How dumb are the sheep, really? Is that even a question? I guess we should not underestimate their stupidity. Of course, when it comes to entities like, what's their name? Extinction Rebellion, they're a manipulated entity by the agenda. People might think they've got good intentions, but little do they know they're working for the agenda. STV, Scottish Television, right? Took them a while to come up with that. Climate activists blockade shipping company in solidarity with Ukraine and in protest against what's the latest thing we're protesting against? Whatever the latest thing is, climate change. That's what it is. So we're setting off smoke flares, and clearly we're on our bicycles, but we're setting off these not toxic smoke flares in a clearly very wide open area, which is totally safe, to fight against the climate war and in solidarity with Ukraine. So they're interfering with the workings of a shipping company, which would in turn, if it had an effect in blockading any ships or causing an issue, probably affect the people here in terms of supplies, fuel, you name it. Could be anything. Flour, wheat, sweeties, alcohol, cocaine. You take your pick. It could be a ship full of any of that stuff. And these guys, they think it's a good idea to try and stop any kind of company dealing with Russia. I mean, who fucking died and made these guys king? Honestly. If I ever came across any of these protests, oh man, honestly, I'm probably gonna get arrested, right? I would grab that flare and ram it in the guy's fucking mouth, put his mask back on. There you go. Inhale that. Climate change that, you bugger. Right? Of course, that wouldn't be a good idea, right? I'm sure these people have got good intentions, these climate fighters, climate crisis fighters. The guy Richie Allen, he reckons that a lot of them are mentally ill, that they're not right in the head. I think potentially some of them will be, without a doubt. I mean, it is the fucking UK, right? A lot of them will be. That's the society that we're in. It'll drive you insane. But in my opinion, a lot of them they're just simply brainwashed, manipulated, and they don't know any better. A lot of these guys will be young. Some of them will eventually see through it and come to, if you like, and think, fucking hell, what an idiot I was. We've kind of all went through that, right? They will come to, but a lot of them, they won't. They'll continue to fight for this narrative they probably know fucking nothing about. But they'll believe in their own mind that they're doing good. And they're a climate crisis fighter, right? That's what they are, basically. And yeah, I think a lot of them will realise in time, but a lot of them, they won't. They'll go. Where they'll go is wherever the fucking agenda wants them to go. My best advice to anyone involved with any of these groups, don't do it. Don't get involved with them. If you're wanting to do good, do it as an individual. Don't join up a fucking entity like forgetting their bloody name again. Extinction Rebellion. I mean, come on, really? I think that's a Soros entity or Bill Gates fucking entity. Don't be part of it. Do not be part of it for 1 second. Now, speaking about agendas, right? This is the agenda in full fucking swing. Isolated village used to have it all with pubs and football club, but now it's got nothing. Zilch, zero, nada, nout. Yeah, it had it all at one point. You'd think with technology and the drive, the move forward with the world, that this village would be in a better place than it was before. But it's the opposite. It's worse. It's finished. It's gone. There's no one there now. This is all part of the agenda, of course, right? This is what they want. This is what's basically been creeping in for fucking years now. Driving people out of these rural areas, gearing everyone up, gearing all the masses up to be basically funneled into a fucking smart city where you'll be nice and safe. You'll be protected by the government. You won't have to fight the weather. You won't have to fight the zombies because they'll probably come as well at some point, going by some of the situations that I've seen with the fucking gene juice. So yeah, I mean, I bet this wee village used to be great, a great place. I bet it would have been a fantastic place to live at in its prime. But now, it's done. But you would genuinely think it would be in a better fucking position today than in the past. But it's not. That is not by accident. Not in my opinion, at least. A lot of people at the moment getting to be very sensible, beginning to grow their own, pick their own, not going to the supermarket. And hey, I second that. If you can become self-sufficient, do it in every way that you can. Do it. Don't start tomorrow, start now. Right fucking now. Well, wait until I'm finished this, right? Wait until I'm done this. And then you can go and grow some mushrooms or weed, right? Whatever it is you eat or smoke. It's trendy. Wild garlic foragers leave bad taste in mouth of Cornish residents. So what you've got is these sensible people. They're picking their own food, right? They're getting a bit of garlic, wild garlic, which is great. They're getting some wild garlic for cooking. Or, I don't know, maybe it's medicinal. It could be, I think it's used for quite a few different things, to be honest. Again, not an expert on anything, but I mean, yeah, people are not happy. Obviously, the people that own the property, they're not happy that these strangers are coming in and picking the wild garlic. Who do they think they are? How dare they, right? Pick my wild garlic. Yeah. So I think a few people got a bit freaked out by it, but I don't think these people mean any ill. I mean, I'm sure there was plenty of garlic there to be picked, but maybe not. But what I did kind of think about is the Hunger Games Society, right? And I keep mentioning it because every week I'm seeing something that makes me think, yep, it's here. The Hunger Games Society is here. And like I said before, I think eventually they're going to kind of break the world into two. It's going to be black or white, Russian or fucking Ukrainian. And then, and I mean, I'm kind of going out on a limb here because, I mean, hey, no one knows what the future holds, really. But I reckon that they'll split it in two. Then the one world order. And I think to bring in the one world order, that is when they roll out the alien invasion. Or, to put it in its truer form, the alien deception. I could be wrong, but that's my thoughts. That's where it's going to head. We're going to be, when the alien deception comes in, Project Bluebeam, we will be on our knees. Big time. Weather-wise, food-wise, war-wise, the lot. We will be that on our knees. This is my opinion, that people will accept whatever is offered for whatever it may be to make things better. I don't know what's going to be offered up with the deception, but I don't think we can rule Project Bluebeam out. I mean, I think it will come. I kind of think in my mind that it could be in about 2050, but it could be before then. I mean, 2030 is certainly going to be an interesting year. God granted that we're here, right? But yeah, we're going to get into the alien invasion again in the future. The Project Bluebeam. It's one that I'm quite interested in. And the guy Sergei Monast, the journalist, who I believe they killed because he exposed Project Bluebeam for what it was. And of course, they wouldn't like that. But seemingly he died of a heart attack and it was natural. Sure it was. So yeah, that is kinda the first back again installment of the Friday Fix, right? At least the news-wise. I did want to show a clip on the moon, but I think I'll leave it until Sunday. That's when I'm going to be back again. And it will be, let me think. It's going to be the New War Order or the Rockefeller Horror Show. It depends what one I'm further along with come Sunday. But there is a lot to get into. Have I got, let me remove this a sec. Did I put? Yeah, I did. I mentioned before there's been a lot of weird shit going on with the moon. Yeah, proper weird shit. Unexplainable. And of course with the chemtrails, right? And the clouds in the sky. Or what used to be clouds at least. And I've not got the video that I need at hand. Because I posted a video before, it was the red moon. But I forgot that I took a video on the way back. And when it wasn't as red. And it's another strange one. I'm kind of putting it down to the camera. Just a glitch or a technical fault with the camera. But it's all quite strange. And over the weekend past, last weekend, I think, there was a very strange amount of chemtrailing going on, especially past the moon. One guy described it as something falling from the sky behind the moon. It was a chemtrail, and the guy thought that it looked like it came down and went behind the moon. Yeah, it probably didn't, but it may have well looked like that, to be fair. But we are going to touch on this in a bit more detail on Sunday. Now, this is going to give you a wee bit of an insight into one of the lives that I'm going to do. I don't know which one it is, because if I say, I might ruin the question that I'm going to ask now. Does anyone know who drew these? Right? Does anyone like them? Are they good? Has anyone ever seen these drawings before? Of course, it's the bugger. The dwarfs, right? Are you allowed to say dwarf now? Midget. You're not allowed to say midget. The 7 dwarfs, and it's Pinocchio. How fitting, right? And you'll get what I mean by that in a sec. But seemingly the guy who drew these was actually a very big fan of Disney. Yeah. Every night he would watch movies and Disney movies. He loved it. So he did. So it's a he, you at least know. The next clue is that this guy actually banned Disney movies in his own country. He banned them. Yet he was at home watching them, feasting, laughing, God only knows what else, to Disney movies because it was all right for him, but not everyone else, right? He banned Disney movies from his country, and he's the guy who drew these images, and he loved Walt Disney and Disney. Can anyone guess? Is that enough clues for anyone to take a guess at who might have drawn them? It's not a person from today, right? Is anyone wanting to take a stab at it? Come on, we've got all night. I'm not going until someone gets it. Is anyone going to take a stab, right? Will I give you... Do we need another clue? I guess a clue could be that this is going to be in the live stream about the New War Order. Right? So war is a wee bit of a clue. Johnny's List has got it. Well done. Johnny's List. The check is in the post. It was seemingly indeed Adolf Hitler, not Kim Jong-un, Nathaniel, but I'd imagine he's a similar character. You can imagine him sitting at home at night watching fucking Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And God only knows what. Let's not even go there, right? But you can imagine it. These people are freaks. And I don't even like to say that, but seemingly it was Adolf Hitler. So yeah, someone got it. Well done, Johnny. Johnny might have known. I'm unsure. If not, he guessed it well. I thought we might have been here all night, but maybe someone else thought Hitler as well. But seemingly, I see our brother Frank, the information tank, is in the hood. Good to have you. Jesus, you got a notification. That is a strange one. Good to have you in the hood tonight, Frank, and Nathaniel as well. Good to have you. Lots of love. Yeah. Oh, thanks very much, Nathaniel. I appreciate all your nice comments. Thank you. And I'm sure everyone appreciates it as well. We have a nice community here. It's great. I love it. So yeah, Hitler himself, right? Not Fitler, not Happy Fitler, large Rockefeller, but Adolf Hitler. He was a big fan of the Disney movies, right? He loved movies. Seemingly, he was obsessed with movies. And he actually banned Disney in Germany when he was the Führer. Strange one, that, right? You'd think that he would hate Disney. Yeah. Of course, we'll get into that a wee bit more in the New War Order, which could be on Sunday. It's either going to be the New War Order or the Rockefeller Horror Show, because there is a lot to get into there as well. I shit you not. So much to get into. Is there anything else? I don't think there is. No, there you go. I even put a thank you at the end, so I knew it was the end. I'm still looking for slides. There should be another one, but that is it. I didn't want to go too heavy tonight for the first sort of Friday fix back again, but we will continue with the Friday fix every week. and the Rockefeller Horror Show and the New War Order. And I am hoping if somehow we can find a way to fit in the unpreviously fought syndrome, because the deception has not ended. Wow. It continues every day. There's a change in the narrative, a change in history, and it goes by. It actually goes by without people even noticing. They don't even notice half of the things that happen, and they think that they're informed. Of course, by informed, I mean informed with the latest deception, that is. They can't even keep up with their own fucking lies. I guess no one can, but that's all part of it. The confusion, right? They love to confuse the masses. They really do. So, yeah, that was the Friday fix. Let me quickly jump in the chat and say cheerio. And well done, Johnny. Nailed it. Good man. Lynn, good to have you back again. Lynn, much appreciated. And Frank, good stuff. Gina, and thank you very much, Frank, for all the emails. Lots of information. I'm very grateful. It can be hard to try and get around to it all. There's so much, but I do appreciate it. Lots of stuff going on with the juice at the moment. So we might get into that in the future. Nathaniel, good to have you. Lynn, Gina, who else have we got? We'll quickly say cheerio. I'll play a tune. I should have a tune for going out, right? Who else have we got? A dog named Boo. Much appreciated. Thank you for joining tonight. Earlier than previously thought, right? DJ Scoots in the hood. Mic check 1, 2. Good to have you back again. Who else did I see? Oh man, I'm hopeless with technology. I honestly, how did I even get here? How did I even get this laptop to work? Honest to God. Far from perfect, right? But then who is? A bit of an issue in the middle there, but we got it. We got back. We got the slideshow back, and we got going again, right? So, let me quickly see if I've got a tune. Diane as well. Good to have you. Yeah, we were earlier than previously thought, and I was still late. I was still about 5 minutes late because of the slides, right? Bugger. But we got there in the end. I think we've went 2 hours now. I didn't actually plan on it being that long, but there you go. Happy days, right? So good to have everyone in the hood. Frank, Diane, Justine, a dog named Boo, Johnny, Gina, DJ Scoots, Lynn, Diane. Yeah, fantastic. All the regulars as well. A dog named Boo. I really do appreciate people jumping in. Nathaniel. I'm thinking it will be about this time next Friday. So don't hold me to it, but it will be around about the same time. Sunday, it will likely be a wee bit later, maybe 9 o'clock, once I've sorted the kids out and they're sleeping, hopefully. Then we'll get a catch up on Sunday. It's going to be, I believe, well, I'm unsure at the moment, but it is going to be one of the lives where that's the fuck's sake, the Rockefeller Horror Show or the New War Order. Oh man, honestly, I'm away to like practice words. But anyway, we got there in the end. So the Friday fix will indeed be back again next week. Thank you very much, Frank. Much appreciated. And Gina, good to have you as well. A dog named Boo. Yeah, never give up. Like I always say, never live in fear. 106 on Frank's clock. It says over 2 hours on mine. I've actually got 3 hours on one of the laptops. No one knows. It's anyone's guess, right? But there you go. That's life, but not as we know it. Like I always say, don't live in fear. Whatever you do, do not live in fear, right? And do not comply. Don't do it. Don't buy into anything that they put out, because I am seeing people doing it. And I kind of think, don't buy it. Don't be thinking that any of them are the good guy, because they fucking ain't. That is at least my opinion. So it is now coming up 9 o'clock, 2100 hours in the rolling hills of Murrayshire in little old Scotland. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play... Will I play the Bill Cooper clip as well that I was going to play, then interrupted? I might play it so you can get to listen to it, because I feel like I interrupted it. So I'll play that, and then maybe an outro tune, and then that'll be it. The stream will be ended. But yeah, get out there. Have a bit of fun. Keep your head up. Keep your eyes peeled, right? And never ever live in fear, no matter what. What will be is going to be, no matter what is done, right? So if you're doing what's right, you cannot go wrong. Things are going to happen in life, but don't beat yourself up, whatever you do. And like I always say, and I really can't stress this enough, do not comply. All right? So, until next time, that is about it. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna get you high today. Cause it's Friday, you ain't got no job, and you ain't got shit to do.
Show 'em, y'all. Come on. Everybody, come on. Come on. You know it ain't no stopping all the talks I'm dropping. It's Friday night, so everything is popping.
What you got?
I got 10 to spin on the head. Let the games begin. Yakety yak. Don't talk back, going song. What up? I'm calling up Earl on the microphone. Dub C.
Controlled by the secret societies. And this is from Secret Agenda by Jim Hoogan, Random House, copyright 1984. And this appears on page 48 and 49. I'm going to read it to you verbatim. And it's quote, "My source said that the notes had been written by analysts assigned to the CIA's Office of Medical Services and Office of Security. Their concern, indeed, what seems to have been their panic, stems from the fact that Fitzgerald, the talented author of Fire in the Lake, was the daughter of the late Desmond Fitzgerald, a former deputy director of the Central Intelligence Agency. Indeed, Des Fitzgerald was a legendary figure within the agency and one of the original Knights Templar." End quote. It goes on to talk about him, and then there's footnotes about the Knights Templar they were the CIA officers who were close to William Donovan. And William Donovan, when he created the OSS, which was the forerunner to the Central Intelligence Agency, and of course all this was carried into the new agencies when they were created, surrounded himself and would only take in those members of a secret society known as the Knights Templar. That's well known amongst researchers who research the OSS, the Central Intelligence Agency, the Office of Naval Intelligence, and others. And, of course, the American public really doesn't know anything about this kind of stuff. When I made that allegation years ago, after having been a member of the Office of Naval Intelligence and revealing the way that I was selected for the Office of Naval Intelligence, and that there was no one, and I mean absolutely no one, who was in the Office of Naval Intelligence or the intelligence community that I knew of at the time that I was attached to the Office of Naval Intelligence, who was not a highly degreed Freemason, a member of the Rosicrucians, the Knights Templar, and many others. There were also a lot of people heavily recruited from Brigham Young University, which is a Mormon university in the state of Utah. And when I asked about this, they told me that the Mormons were very good at keeping secrets, and were well disciplined and would never question their orders. I don't know how true that is, folks, but I do know that the intelligence community has been from its very beginning, controlled by these secret societies, fraternal organizations, and in particular, the Knights Templar. If you don't believe that, I just gave you one source. There are a lot of other sources that I've given you in the past which confirm that. Everybody who's investigated the OSS and Wild Bill Donovan, who is the old man, the senior person within the intelligence community, of course he's gone now, but he's the one who set it all up. He's the one that made it work in the modern era anyway. And he began the whole thing by recruiting only those Knights Templars and surrounding himself with Knights Templars. The strange thing about it is that he himself was a Catholic, and the Knights Templars have sworn revenge against the Vatican, the Catholic Church, because the Pope and the King of France way back in 1307 moved against the Templars and literally destroyed their order in France and forced them to go underground in Europe and in the other places of the world where they existed. And then they became an extremely subversive group existing within the framework and the fabric of the other so-called fraternal orders, the mystery schools, and the secret societies ever since. So there you have that. For whatever it's worth, and it's only worth it to, if you're trying to find out what's really going on and who's doing it and why and what it means, and or if you're just researching these subjects, or if you just have an interest in it. I've had a lot of letters from people telling me that they don't want to hear this kind of stuff because it doesn't mean anything. Those are sheeple talking when I hear that. Well, I guess everybody has recovered sufficiently from the conference, those who attended.